things are very different. You know, I come into this job, I've been doing this about 4 years now, and before that I was watching The Killing, The Bridge, Borgen. You know, to some extent I think it was the Scandinavians who showed, these are shows which were then showing on BBC4 in the UK, BBC2 in the UK, selling video units in good numbers. Subtitled television was something that nobody wanted to do before. Something's been changing for 5 or 6 years, and I'm delighted to be in that game. Our view is the Scandinavians did it, and they found a way of punching out and achieving something. They didn't do it by accident. They planned it for a long time. They worked on finding these balances between the local and the universal. Our view is, why can't Croatia or Serbia or Hungary be the next Nordic noir?
So you think this region has potential?
Of course. Why not? Stories are stories. There are talented writers everywhere. There are good stories everywhere. How can there be any reason why not? It's our job then to tell a good story, or to help that writer tell a good story. But I see no reason why not. The appetite of an audience is very broad at the moment.
How to attract more foreign investments here in the region when it comes to production?
Well,
why did you come here as HBO?
We came here because it was the right time in the business here. We had an ambition to expand, and somebody above my pay grade sat in a room and said, it's time to go down there. So I can't fully answer that question. What I do think is of interest, if you're looking from the industry outwards, I was saying this a little while ago. Before I did this job, I worked on a show called The Borgias in Hungary, the big Showtime thing, Jeremy Irons and big armies and costume and spears and all that kind of stuff. And I loved it. I loved that job. But even there, I was living in Budapest for a couple of years. I was very aware that this is very, very good for crews up to second AD, up to art director, very good for second tier, small characters of cast. But I was also aware that we were doing nothing to help local writers and directors who don't get a space on those big American shows very often, in my opinion. So I knew coming in here on all of these territories, you talk about investment, is that the crews are fantastic. And they're partly fantastic because they've had, since Mission Impossible came to Prague in the mid-90s, you know, Borgias, Game of Thrones, of course, commercials. So the crews are fantastic. No one's really done very much to mature the television level of writers. And so it's very satisfying having that job, to have this job now to hopefully be part of a new writer movement coming out of these territories. That didn't really answer your question, but you know, everything is set up. The crews are terrific here. Who doesn't want to come here? Look at it, it's beautiful. You know, there is no reason why there won't be more coming in this direction at this time when hunger for content is growing and growing and growing.